Hello, hello, hello. Well, wonderful day. I hope you're having a wonderful one. Today, another episode of A Legacy of Love and sharing more about my story. Well, I sure have a lot to share about my mother's legacy and what that really means. What is a legacy? Um, could you adopt it, or where could that be found? Obviously, we're not going to find a legacy in financial and intangible things. This goes beyond that, what you're going to be leaving when you're not here for the next generations to be able to follow. In my case, I have a book. I have several books that allow me to continue my mother's legacy, leaving something behind for others to follow. With that said, I will share a little bit about what a legacy means. Our legacy is a continued expression of the love, values, faith, beliefs, wishes, and people we hold sacred. It is our investment in the bright future that we hope will live on after we're gone. Our legacy allows us to continue paying the good in our lives forward even after we've passed. Some would argue that it's one of the most definitive ways in which we live on beyond, even though we're not here anymore, by Dr. Ken Drake. So, with that said, I hope that you also have a legacy, something that you could leave for next generations to follow, to live on. Knowing that even though you're not here, they have something that they could go back to and follow for the next generations to come, which is very, very important. Well, let me share with you what I ended up inheriting of my mother. And of course, things that I was not expecting, but I'm so thankful for that because now I could actually follow and carry that same legacy beyond. So I inherit her love for those who are hurting and in need, her compassion, her empathy, her keen eye to notice others in their need, and her desire to meet them there with kindness and encouragement. Her love for serving others is alive in my heart. I love to come alongside people to bring smiles and laughter. Hers was a ministry that was less about words and more about extending love through the gifts she'd been given in listening, empathizing, and encouraging, giving generously, serving, and in faith, believing in God and recognizing the very best in others as dearly beloved children of our Heavenly Father. So, also, I unfortunately inherit much of my mother's private and most intimate heartache, too. I suffered through an arranged marriage and the humiliation and shameful silence that comes with it. I lost out on my chance to have a first love of my choosing. And who knows what might have happened or how my life would have been different. I realized as she had the pressures of being in a loveless relationship and fighting to make it work, to manufacture a love out of nothing, all for the sake of my children. I experienced the same devastating, tragic loss of a child. In her case, the forced abortion, and in mine, the malpractice of a doctor. But the good I inherit from her, her legacy that is really a treasure, her legacy that I will be able to carry to the next generations, like the love for the neighbor, the love for Christ, the love for animals, the love for kitchen, and her values. The way that she overly cared about the neighbor if he was suffering or if he was in pain. Most definitely, I ended up inheriting that. And now it's up to me and for the next generations to come, for them also to follow that legacy. And of course, my books that are there already, they could actually go back and hold those books and be able to share it with other people as well and learn from them. So if you don't have a legacy, I don't know if you do or if you don't, know that if you don't, you're more than welcome to read my book and to follow this legacy, which will help you and will guide you. It will be mainly like a guide and knowing that it is okay. if you don't have one, but it's not okay not to find the way to adopt one or have your own legacy as you know other people or you come across them and you find interesting characteristics of their persona that you want to have, that you see that they're valuable. It's beyond money, it's beyond the material. It's more, it's deeper, it's in debt of what we could do for the next people to come around us. So I hope that you find this very helpful and valuable to you. So you could also share this with people that you know. For me, it was very important to follow her path, how she was very private. Yes, I ended up inheriting that, but at the same time, how she always cared. And I think that this world would be a better place if we all cared for one another, if we all would be willing to do more than just be there, instead, pressing on and finding the way to help our neighbors, to do something for those that are in need. And that's what my mother would do. So I hope that today's message will be of great blessing to you as you listen to it. And I will continue having more people on my program, of course, and also sharing more of my story that will be of great blessing to you. And remember, like I've always said it, that the changes are always around the corner. It's only up to us uh, to find them and to continue pressing on and to continue believing because God is always working in our favor. With that said, have a wonderful day. Bye bye.